Hi, y'all. Today, we're going to talk about making some hard decisions. Yeah, do you rip it or whip it? And how long do you keep a project that you hate before you decide to take it out, reclaim your supplies? Well, this project it was made on one of those cranking machines where it does the knitting for you, and I just don't care for it. It's got some tension problems, it's got a couple of missed stitches, and I would neither sell this or gift it with as many mistakes as it has in it. I have seen people do beautiful work with those machines, and they know how to make it do whatever they want to. It just ain't my thing. So I've decided to reclaim my supplies and not go any further with this project. See, there's a whole row of loose stitches. I couldn't, with good conscience, let this out of the house. So, what I'm going to do is start taking it out. And I want y'all to think about how long do you let a WIP sit before you decide to reclaim it? Do you throw it away or finish it off and make something else out of it? Like you started on a king size blanket that you know is not going to happen in your lifetime. What do you do with all that yarn you've already invested in it? Right now I'm just pulling out the stitching where I bound it off of the machine. Well, do you take into consideration how much you have invested in it? This is called Coffee Shop yarn, and it was about $13 a cake, and I've got one whole cake in here. I think I'm almost to the end. So, yeah, for my budget, that's just too much to throw away. And honestly, I have already decided that I'm not going to finish it, not going to do anything with it. There's just too many mistakes in it. And see there, that whole row? It's just not my thing. But I want to reclaim my supplies. So here we go. And like I said, you don't need one of these machines, one of these cake makers to do it. But that's what, oh Lord, of course, it's going to act up because I'm trying to show y'all something. Get started kind of slow, and I just set the project aside, and I'm going to roll right off the project. So how do you decide? Maybe you think that you chose the wrong yarn for the project and it doesn't meet your vision. It doesn't come out the way you thought it would. The colors are wrong, the stitch is wrong. Whatever you decide is wrong with it, you do not have to keep it. And you might be thinking, oh, well, I wasted a lot of time on that. No, you didn't. You absolutely did not. You practiced your art, you practiced your craft, and you got better at it. And it looks like I have a splice, and I sure do. I'm just going to take that out. And there's going to be a thin spot. Something just doesn't meet your expectations for whatever reason, you don't have to keep it. It's your work, it's your time, and it's your supplies. Are you going to just let it go? No, I don't. I reclaim my supplies and move along like nothing ever happened. Rip it or whip it. And I have decided today that it's a frog. It is a big old frog. Where is this other end coming from? So, yeah, you might have to fool with it a little bit to get your stuff back. Or, like I said, you can let it go. That choice is always yours. Oh dear. Oh, that comes all the way from inside. Well, I wasted a few inches. I am not going to cry about it because I didn't waste the whole cake. And honestly, this caker takes a little bit of the crying out of it because it's fast. It's like pulling the Band-Aid off rather than doing it slow. Just keep going. You can roll this by hand. No big deal. My granddaughter loves to help me do this. She loves to turn the handle. And sometimes wool is a little bit hard to reclaim because well, good timing. It gets kind of tangled in its own little fuzz. And it looks like, for whatever reason, that machine has decided to get something twisted up in here. So that might be all I can salvage off of this one. See how that goes through there? I don't know what's going on with that, but it is no longer my concern because now I have reclaimed a big chunk of that yarn and I am less disappointed. But the choice is always yours. And look at that. Here we go, down to the last. Oh my goodness, it looks like a little flower. All right, well, down to this last part, it gets real tangled up, and I can't be bothered. And there you go. Tuck in the ends of your cake and pull it off. And there you have a center pull cake or a nice tidy wrapped up ball of yarn. So, rip it or whip it. The choice is yours. Decide how long you're going to keep it and how disappointed you are. That helps make your decision. Reclaim your supplies. Don't worry about it. And move on. Step over it. Move on like nothing ever happened. Thanks, y'all. I'll see you next time. While we're sitting here doing this, I am going to reclaim this mess as well. Now, here's why I didn't like this one. This was the beginning of the Anna blanket, and I didn't like the hook size. It's too open, and it's got too many toe catchers. So you go to snuggle up with your blanket, and your toes go through it, and your toes are cold, and you can't do it. You just can't do it. So I am going to put this in the scrap basket and get on with my life. This is just acrylic. It's 4-weight acrylic. But I'm going to use it for something else. I just can't stand it. Find my scissors. Snip off where you tied it off. And get yourself going. I'm going to thread up my caker just like we did last time. And work directly off the project. And when you're thinking, well, it's just acrylic, but yeah, how about some pretty granny squares? We can do granny squares with this. Let me just adjust a little bit. And this takes a lot of load off your mind. Oh my gosh, I've got that project to finish. No, you don't. You absolutely do not. You don't have to finish anything that is not speaking to you. If you don't like it and you don't want it and you're not going to gift it, get rid of it. And acrylic is a whole lot easier to reclaim than wool. Now here we are down to the last little bit of that, and I am going to splice it, and I'm going to do what's called a Russian join when I'm actually going to go back and use this, and there'll be a video about that sometime in future. It's a way to reconnect yarn that doesn't show a join at all, but for right now, I'm just going to knot it together and keep going. Do 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 do. I know, this is like watching paint dry, isn't it? But all this wordiness is just to say, this is yours. It's your art, and it's your craft. Oh, do y'all know the difference between an art and a craft? Yeah, a craft is where you make something beautiful and useful. And art is beautiful just because it's beautiful. I think crochet is a bit of both. So is knitting. You can make something beautiful and useful, and sometimes things are just pretty because they are. But yeah, I think for myself, under my hook and my creativity, I'm going to call it a craft, and that is not diminishing the process in any way. Some people think that art is better than a craft. It is not. It is totally not. A craft is making something useful. You're warm, you're snug, you're pretty, wearing the things that you make or gifting the things that you make. So, and there we go. A little dog hair. Who knew, right? Okay. And you will find yourself reclaiming a little bit more than you know. Look at this. That's a big piece. Okay, I'm going for real this time. Thanks, y'all.